Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Hey, welcome. As I say, hey, welcome in. Gonna give it a few seconds for people to jump on the live. Tell me, what. So here's the thing. While you're coming, and tell me where you're from. Are you having a good day? How's your week going? Are you enjoying the weather? Are you having a great day? Hopefully, right? And then as I usually say in the introduction, so while we wait, I want to talk about something real quick. A lot of people are using AI wrong. Not trying to tell you you're doing it wrong, but what I am going to say is, if you ever put in a prompt and excuse me, didn't get the result that you would have liked, uh, what happens is that could have to do with you just maybe not knowing how to prompt. So, and just know that you could have gotten the result you would have wanted. So, you ever use AI and you want to get a result out of it, just know it's possible. And you making sure that you will get that result has to do with you knowing how to prompt, or has to do with you being given a prompt by someone or something, right? So that would be a more correct way to use it, aka you're actually getting the use out of AI that you're trying to get you're trying to get a use out of AI, and now you're actually getting the use out of it, right? So let's say, for example, people are typing basic prompts and getting basic answers and saying AI doesn't work for them. There's the thing that's like buying a gym membership and only using the parking lot. So here's the thing: what I do and what I teach at Promptify is prompt engineering. That can sound complicated, but it literally just means knowing how to talk to AI, so it gives you something you can actually use. Now, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you through a certain topic, and by the end of this, you'll be able to do it yourself in about 5 minutes, or however long it takes you to type in a prompt, or think of the prompt and then type it in, and maybe add in specific details so you can get the cookie cutter types of results that you want, right? So everything I show you is inside Promptify, and the link is in my bio, and it's also free to start. Excuse me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll to the outline that I have for today, the information that I will talk about today. All right. So today I'll talk about how I get AI to write better prompts for me. Let's talk about it. The quality of your AI output is mostly based on the quality of your prompt. Here's the simple formula I use. I tell AI the role, the task, and the audience, and the format. A bad prompt would be help me write something. You could literally probably use that and get a right answer, but you want the right answer every time though, right? Or at all, right? So here's the thing. What a good prompt example would be, and these are just very vague examples, but a good example would be, or a good prompt example would be, act as a content strategist, write 5 short hooks for creators trying to grow on TikTok, make them curious, specific, and easy to film. Now that's a huge difference. When I want better results, I also add the tone I want. I add what I want to avoid. Some people could call that the negative prompts. So things that you want to, but this is not even getting the wording like that. But you're making it specific, right? So let me just reread this. When I want better results, I also add the tone I want, what I want to avoid, an example if I have one. So if I have an example of what I want to use when it comes to what to avoid or what I want. So let's say I want something to come across a certain way. Also give the AI an example of that so it can use that as a reference point, right? More specifics help a ton with the cookie cutter results that you might want, right? Now, instead of hoping AI guesses right, give it direction. Kind of reiterating the points I just kind of been circling around making over and over again, that you could literally just use something vague and maybe get the right thing, right? But what happens is the more specifics you give it, the less you. Here's the thing: you could just try something unspecific and see if it gives you the right answer or not, and it probably won't, or it probably will give something in the direction, but you might already be aware of what it is you're trying to ask about, and then you might put in another prompt saying, can you include these details? What should I do with this? What should I do with that? Blah, blah. Because what happens is it sent you in the right direction, but you didn't give it the specifics to give you everything you wanted to know, right? So you could just ask it everything you need from it upfront, right? Then if anything, it will ask you to clarify certain things based off of that if it needs any more information. So here's the thing. So like as I just said, so instead of hoping AI guesses right, I give it direction. And that's how you stop getting generic output and start getting useful output. Very, very general and vague, but there's levels to it. And obviously depends on what you're looking for. But don't think that, AI cannot give you results. It can, right? You just have to understand how, and there's ways to actually specifically do that. So here's the thing, right? I keep a lot of prompts like this inside Promptify. I also teach how to prompt it in Promptify. Now here's the thing. It's free to start and the link is in the bio. There's also a $9 a month tier, but a lot of stuff I'm talking about you can access for free. So please do check it out, and I hope any information that I gave in this video or about the topic at all did help, and I hope you have a great day.